So a lot has happened and a lot has changed since last we sat together. Adam Treloar, welcome back to AFL 360.
Good to be back, Jared, Robbo.
Have you had the sensation of living in the eye of the storm for a number of months now?
Yeah, I have. I kind of can't believe it's only 3 days away till, I guess, the so-called grudge match. Yeah, I'm just really excited to get back out there, playing footy, playing in front of a crowd, being able to play for the new footy club, and is something that I'm extremely excited about. I think, you know, when the fixture was getting released, I kind of knew that it was probably going to be Collingwood first up, which is exciting because I know internally at the Bulldogs that, you know, they were really disappointed with last year's performance, which was round one against Collingwood. So, yeah, really excited about footy getting back and running out there.
So this is how the WWE would schedule it, Adam, is to bring it full circle straight away. Is there any sense of relief that you get to do it straight off, or does it really pique the emotions that the first time in the new colours are against the old group?
It's a good question, Jared. I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. You know, initially it was, you know, I did want to see when we were going to play Collingwood, but I wasn't surprised that it was going to be the first game. I kind of knew that the AFL might have been licking their lips and done that. So, yeah, I guess leading into it, next couple of days, it will be, you know, it will be a really anxious time for me, and I will be quite nervous. I'm a nervous type person, and I've quite openly spoken about my emotions and my feelings, and I like to think that when I do get there and the sign does go and the first ball's bounced, that it's like any other game to me. But I do think that you know, when it is over and the game is over, that it will be a massive sigh of relief, because, you know, it seems to be everything that everyone kind of talks about at the moment, and you know, it does get overwhelming at times, and it has been a number of times throughout the last month in particular, especially you know, surrounding me getting injured earlier in the pre-season and whatnot. So, yeah, you know, I am looking forward to the game, but I guess to answer your question, I am kind of looking forward to it being over, because then, you know, you can stop worrying about me playing against Collingwood.
Have you lost trust with Nathan Buckley?
Trust with Nathan Buckley? No, I wouldn't say I have. Nah.
What do you think you lost with Nathan Buckley?
I was obviously really disappointed with the way things transpired. To say that I've lost trust, no, because when I was at the footy club and the conversations that we did have, just in general, I felt were genuine, and the love and care he did show me. So no, I haven't lost trust, but disappointed, yeah, extremely disappointed with how everything happened. You know, it's still, you know, I think about it now, and it can still really pull at the heartstrings for me, because it took me a long while after that trade period to get over the fact that, you know, I wasn't playing for Collingwood anymore. It was a place where I absolutely love. I love the players there. I love the people there. You know, I loved playing for that football club. It was a footy club that I wanted to retire at and finish my career at. I love the fans there. I felt like I had a really good relationship with the fans, and yeah, it took a while for me to get over the fact that I wasn't going to play for Collingwood. That was the thing that made me so emotional, is because I wasn't playing for the footy club.
What about when your mental health was introduced into the discussion, and your wife,
how did I feel?
And your partner was
introduced. How did I feel? Yeah.
Into the discussion, because you're a footballer.
Yeah.
It suddenly became about your mental health.
Yeah.
Suddenly your wife.
I don't know what you're doing to me, Robert. You're going to start making me cry, and I don't want to cry. But yeah, I was just disappointed because you know, I throughout all of last year, Kim being pregnant and going through everything that she went through with her own mental health. You know, she took time away from the game before the pregnancy and fell out of love with netball, and then, you know, became pregnant and really appreciated the game again and really pushed herself to get back. I watched that closely and from afar, and it was just motivating, and I absolutely loved it, and is what pushed me through every day, what got me through the hub, being able to see Kim and my daughter. And then to kind of get turned on her, the whole re-signing at Queensland, coming back and being able to now train and play in a couple of months at the highest level, to have that used against her and turn it into a story with me, that was probably the most hurtful thing, because the story that it should have been was this incredible woman who, you know, sacrificed her body for 9 months to have Georgie and not play at the professional level, to then make a comeback and sign for a club where she's wanted to play for such a long time. She won 2 premierships there in her earlier years, and obviously moved on to Collingwood and eventually wanted to get back there. For her to do that and then that message get missed, it was really, really challenging for me.
What about your mental health? And we discussed it, so we're not without, it's not blame, but we're not without being part of the discussion. And I said last year, I would be very surprised if Adam played for Collingwood again. That was before everything happened. And then it was revealed that Collingwood thought your mental health would affect your football.
Yeah.
Is that something that really disturbed you, or is that something that's going to actually motivate you? Because if you play really, really good football this year, people will say that Collingwood got rid of you because they didn't think you could deal with your mental health.
Yeah, I guess it's a good question, Robert. I think it's a little bit of both. Yeah, I was definitely disappointed because I feel like in that space that I'd kind of spoken about in the last 2 to 3 years, I'd brought a positive message out of it with myself and with the Collingwood Football Club. I still think that's the same though. I still think it's something that we need to keep growing in that aspect in the mental health side of things. Does it motivate me? It does, of course it does, because, I don't take decisions lightly. I don't take things lightly. Clearly the decision for Kim and Georgie to move away to Queensland and continue her professional career up there and me to continue it down here wasn't a decision that was made lightly. It wasn't made overnight. Timmy, my manager, who's also Kim's manager, was privy to all the conversations and could sense that it was genuine want. It wasn't me being, oh, okay, Kim, I'll support you. It was me genuinely pushing for it and wanting that, because I know
and
that's
how did
what
that get out, mate? Where did the
I don't know. You asked me. I've got no idea.
The story that your mental health, because it's been proven it's actually not your mental health, if I can have an opinion on this. It was the salary cap, and they didn't. They thought they could live without you.
Yeah.
And that's
well,
they did it, and then the mental health story come out as well.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess that's what you think, Robbo.
Is that what you think?
No, I was told. I was told what I was told. I was told
exactly
the mental health side of things and not being able to cope with Kimmy being away. And
who told you that?
Well, Bucks did tell me. Yeah, told me everything that was reported was pretty much told. So that side of things, I don't know how that was all, told, because I wasn't saying anything and my manager wasn't saying anything. So
and all leaked out of Collingwood.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure, but all I can say is I have a great support system around me. I have a terrific support system that helps me and motivates me every single day. I'm grateful that Kim and Georgie and her mum, who's up there with her, are supported and loved and cared for. Kim's sister stayed and is living with me, so we have a pillar of support in Jess, who's supporting Kim from afar and supporting me up close. I've got my manager and great people around me who during that shitstorm were the ones who really put their arm around me and cared and loved for me during that time when I really needed it, when I was at my most vulnerable, and I'm grateful for that.
Has it ruined your football experience to a degree?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, if I'm being totally honest. I think what it's done for me is, I think my maturity in the last 2 to 3 months has just grown in spades, because, not that I'm immature, it's just I am a big kid at heart, and I'm pretty naive to a lot of things. And, I was definitely naive to think that, I guess, kind of I was untouchable in a way, which I never thought that, but I think, I had a 5-year contract. I was contracted to the footy club. I didn't think I was going to have to move on. So, yeah, to answer your question, Jared, I think it has. I think it's put in my mind, it's made it more of a business. And it is a business at the end of the day. And if the club wants you to move on, they will do anything they can to move you on. And I well and truly experienced that.
So how do you fall in love with a new club then?
Well, I have. Whenever I'm somewhere, and I've spoken about it on the show, whatever I fully invest myself into, I'm all in. And I've met some, terrific people already at the Western Bulldogs. you know, I have to mention Josh Dunkley in particular. I've mentioned him in a lot of interviews, but in my my initial stages of getting traded and being there, I was really scared. I was scared. I was very anxious. It's funny because, you know, I'm going into my 10th season. I'm one of the most experienced players there, but I felt like it was my first day at school and I was absolutely shitting myself. And Josh really took me under my wing and under his wing, and he just loved and cared for me when he seen that I needed it. So for that, I'm always going to be grateful for. And then in saying that, there's so many terrific people there who, just showed me love and care and really embraced me and welcomed me into the footy club. And and it's been easy for me to fall in love with the place. I'm that excited about the prospects of this season going forward. I think from afar, you know, watching the Bulldogs, you've always had that respect and admiration for the way they go about it. You know, I know that if we play our best footy, we're a very hard team to beat. Obviously, with a bit of luck and good form, it's going to be an exciting year for us.
So I'm interested. Do you play with the vengeance from here? What?
That's a good question. I am motivated by adversity, and I would say that is adversity. And it doesn't. I don't go out there and think, oh, I was treated wrong. I was treated bad. This bullshit. I'm just going to show everyone. No, I'm not like that. Whether I was traded or not, whether I was still at Collingwood or not, I'm still as motivated as ever. But I do have a fire in my belly where, you know, I want this to be my best year. I want to go out there. I want to show my stuff. I want people to come and want to watch the Western Bulldogs and watch me play. And it excites me because I feel like, you know, physically I'm at the peak of my powers. I feel like I can add a lot to the group. I feel like I can play my best footy going forward.
Is this the end of Collingwood talk? You don't want to talk about Collingwood anymore, do you?
Thanks, Robbo. It actually, it really is.
You're at a new football club. You've got a whole new adventure in front of you.
And that's what Friday night is.
I feel like I've spoken quite a bit about everything that's happened, and I think everyone knows now.
Did you think you were going to have to talk about it the first night in here?
No, I didn't. No, I did. I did. But in saying that, Robbo, I will always love the Collingwood Football Club. I always will. I'll always have love for them. They'll always have a piece of my heart because the years that I spent there, I will never forget. Extremely grateful for the 5 years I spent there and the little success that we had. I wish we won the Premiership 2018. That would have just made it great for me. But in saying that, I met some terrific people there and I'll always have all the time in the world for the Collingwood people that I come across.
Should we finish with a couple of family snaps? How are you girls?
Yeah, the girls are good. Kim and Georgie are going well. Like I said, Kim's mum, Sina's up there, really helping her. And
you really are the ugliest in the family now, aren't you?
Yeah, Kim's gorgeous, isn't she? And Georgie. And Georgie.
You're running third, Chief.
Nah, but yeah, we're going
Still
really well.
Third.
Yeah. Kimmy's coming down for the game this week, so Georgie will come to her first AFL game and we've got a little Bulldogs attire for her and Kim will be decked out in her Bulldogs gear. Actually, the whole Ravellian family will be decked out in the Bulldogs gear, so it's exciting.